Hey, what up guys? It's your boy Muhammad here with another video. In this video, we are gonna be going over 10 Arabic verbs, and you are gonna know that how simple is that to speak Arabic? How simple is that to make your first sentence in Arabic? Without any further ado, let's get started. The first verb is actually ahib. Ahib. Ahib basically means I love or I like. For example, أني أحب إيران. أني أحب إيران. I love Iran. أني أحب شغلي. أني أحب شغلي. I love my job. شغل basically means job, and شغلي with attached pronouns, it means my job. I love my job. أني أحب شغلي. أني أحب أهل البيت. أني أحب أهل البيت. I love household. Bayt actually refers to the family of the Prophet Muhammad. أهل البيت. أني أحب أهل البيت. أني أحب زوجتي. أني أحب زوجتي means I love my wife. زوجتي. زوجي basically means my husband, but زوجتي, it's feminine and it refers to wife. I love my life. أني أحب زوجتي. And the second verb is أحكي. أحكي basically means I speak or I talk. أحكي. For example, أني أحكي عربي. أني أحكي عربي. I speak Arabic. But if you want to say that I can speak Arabic but a little bit, you can say this. أني أحكي عربي شوية. أني أحكي عربي شوية. I speak Arabic a little bit. A little bit. Or you can also say أني شوية أحكي عربي. أني شوية أحكي عربي. I speak Arabic a little bit. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make any difference. You can use both of them. The next verb is actually أشتري. أشتري. أشتري basically means I buy. I buy. أشتري. For example, أني أشتري ملابس جديدة. أني أشتري ملابس جديدة. I buy new clothes. I buy new clothes. أني أشتري ملابس جديدة. ملابس means clothes and جديدة means new. اشتري كم حاجة للسفر. اشتري كم حاجة للسفر. I buy something for the trip. I buy something for the trip. Chem basically means how many. How many. It's an interrogative pronoun. If you want to ask someone, for example, كم نفر into, how many people are you, you can use chem. But in this context, it basically means some. Some, okay? I buy something for the trip. اشتري كم حاجة للسفر. The next verb is actually أشوف. أشوف. أشوف basically means I see. I see. Or I watch. أشوف. For example, مثلا أني أشوف علي كل يوم. أني أشوف علي كل يوم. I see Ali every day. كل يوم basically means every day. أني أشوف علي كل يوم. I see Ali every day. And the next example is خليني أشوف. خليني أشوف. خليني means let me, and أشوف means I see. Let me to see. خليني أشوف means let me to see. And the next one is أحط. أحط. أحط means put on. Put something on the table or anywhere. Or place something on. أحط. For example, أحط المفاتيح على الميز. أحط المفاتيح على الميز. I put the keys on the table. مفاتيح means keys, it's a plural. And ميز means table, and على is a preposition and means on the table. أحط المفاتيح على الميز. And the next one, أحط الجنطة مالتي بصندوق السيارة. أحط الجنطة مالتي بصندوق السيارة. I put my own luggage in the trunk of the car. جنطة. جنطة means luggage. مالتي means my own luggage. شنطة مالتي بصندوق السيارة. is the preposition. It means in. صندوق السيارة means trunk of the car. صندوق السيارة. And the next one is آخذ. آخذ. آخذ basically means I take. I take. For example, آخذ أكل من الموكب. آخذ أكل من الموكب. I take the food from service station. آخذ basically means take, but in this context and this situation, it basically means carrying something to somewhere. أكل means food, and من الموكب means from service station. I take the food from service station. And the next one, ممكن آخذ من وقتك دقيقة. ممكن آخذ من وقتك دقيقة. ممكن, is it possible to take your time 1 minute? ممكن means is it possible. آخذ, I take من وقتك, your time, دقيقة, 1 minute. Is it possible to take your time 1 minute? وقتك means your time. وقت means time, and وقتك means your time. And the next verb, أريد. This one is so common verbs in Arabic. أريد basically means want. I want. أريد. For example, أريد لفة فلافل. I want a roll of falafel. أريد بيبسي. I want soda or coke. أريد بيبسي. First of all, you say أريد, and then you can say whatever you want to say. أريد بيبسي or أريد ماي. I want water. أريد ماي. And the next one, أفهم. Basically means I understand. For example, أني أفهم عربي. I understand Arabic. أني أفهم فارسي. I understand Farsi. أني أفهم إنجليزي. I understand English. But in order to say, for example, I want this, I want that, or I want to speak, or I want to buy, or I want to see, all you have to do is that first of all, you say أريد, I want, and then the verb that you want to say. For example, أريد أحكي, I want to speak. أريد أشتري, I want to buy. أريد أشوف, I want to see. أريد أحط, I want to put. Okay, it's as simple as that. You don't know how simple is that to make your first sentence in Arabic. It's so easy in Arabic. And the next verb is اشتغل. And it means I work. For example, أريد أشتغل بالعراق. I want to work in Iraq. أريد أشتغل بالعراق. But now I just want to tell you that how to negate these verbs. All you have to do is that you have to add ما before the verbs. This is what you have to do. ما أحب, I don't like. ما أحكي, I don't speak. ما أشتري, I don't buy. ما أشوف, I don't see. ما أفهم, I don't understand. ما أشتغل, I don't work. This is how easily you can negate these verbs. It's so easy, okay? But if you wanted to negate أريد, you have to add ما before the أريد. ما أريد or ما أريد. For example, ما أريد أحكي, I don't want to speak. ما أريد أشوف, I don't want to see. ما أريد أشتري, I don't want to buy. ما أريد أشتغل, I don't want to work. Okay? And the last verb is أروح. أروح means I go. For example, أروح للبيت. I go to the home. أروح للمول. I go to the mall. أروح للفندق. أروح للفندق. I go to the hotel. أروح للحرم. I go to the shrine. And أروح للمطعم. أروح للمطعم. I go to the restaurant. But to negate this verb, we use ما. ما أروح للمطعم. I don't go to the restaurant. ما أروح للمول. I don't go to the mall. ما أروح للفندق. I don't go to the hotel. Okay guys, this is actually what I could do with these verbs. These verbs are so common to point where native speakers are utilizing these verbs every single day. They are using these verbs in their daily conversation. Okay, let's get started. Our first verb is أدور. أدور plus على. أدور على. أدور basically means I'm looking, and أدور على means I'm looking for. I'm looking for. أدور على. Example 1. أدور على الحملة مالتنا. أدور على الحملة مالتنا. I'm looking for our own campaign. أدور على means I'm looking for. حملة means campaign. And مالتنا means our own campaign. مالتنا means our own. And حملة basically means campaign. That group of people are going to some place or holy places or shrines. We call it حملة. حملة. أدور على أصدقائي. أدور على أصدقائي. I'm looking for my friends. I'm looking for my friends. أدور على مكان للنوم. أدور على مكان للنوم. I'm looking for a place to sleep. أدور على I'm looking for. مكان means a place, and للنوم means to sleep or for a sleep. And the second verb is أنطي or أطي. أنطي أطي. أنطي basically means give. I give. For example, أني أنطي الكروة. أني أنطي الكروة. I give the fare. I give the fare. الكروة basically means the taxi fare. I give the fare. أني أنطي الكروة. أعطيك رقمي حتى بعدين نتراسل. أعطيك رقمي حتى بعدين نتراسل. I give you my number so we communicate or we keep in touch. أعطيك means I give you. رقمي means my number. حتى means to or so. بعدين means later. نتراسل. So we communicate later or we keep in touch later. I give you my number so we communicate later. أعطيك رقمي حتى بعدين نتراسل. The third one is أسافر. أسافر. أسافر means I travel. For example, أني هواية أسافر للعراق. أني هواية أسافر للعراق. I travel to Iraq so much. هواية basically means so much, and أسافر I travel, and للعراق means to Iraq. ل is a preposition and means to Iraq. Example 2. أريد أسافر للعراق بالأربعينية. أريد أسافر للعراق بالأربعينية. I want to travel to Iraq at أربعين time. أريد basically means I want. أسافر I travel للعراق to Iraq بالأربعينية at أربعين time. As you know, أربعين is the largest pilgrimage in the world that millions of people go to the city of the Karbala in Iraq to mourning. And people walking to the Karbala for some days. And the next verb, اتصل. اتصل means I call. For example, باكر اتصل عليك. باكر اتصل عليك. باكر means tomorrow. اتصل I call, and عليك means you. I call you tomorrow. باكر اتصل عليك. I call you tomorrow. But for female, we have to say باكر اتصل عليك. باكر اتصل عليك. بعدين اتصل عليك. بعدين اتصل عليك. But for female, بعدين اتصل عليك. بعدين اتصل عليك. I call you later. بعدين basically means later. I call you later. أدفع. أدفع. أدفع basically means I pay. I pay. For example, أني أدفع الحساب. أني أدفع الحساب. I pay the check. I pay the check. أني means I, it's the pronoun, and أدفع means I pay, and الحساب means the check. I pay the check. أني أدفع الحساب. But the second example, and this one is so practical and useful, and after buying things you can use this phrase. إيش قد لازم أدفع. إيش قد لازم أدفع. إيش قد لازم أدفع. How much do I have to pay, or how much I must pay. إيش قد means how much. لازم means have to or must or necessary, and أدفع means I pay. How much I must pay. And the next verb, أشرب. أشرب. أشرب means I drink. I drink. أشرب. For example, أريد أشرب شاي. أريد أشرب شاي. I want to drink tea. أريد, I want. أشرب means I drink, and chai means tea. I want to drink tea. أريد أشرب شاي. Or أريد أشرب قهوة. I want to drink coffee. أريد أشرب قهوة. أريد أشرب ماي. I want to drink water. أريد أشرب ماي. I want to drink water. But in Arabic, in order to say I eat, we say آكل. آكل or آكل. There are actually two ways of pronunciation, آكل or آكل. For example, أريد آكل قص. أريد آكل قص. I want to eat قص. And قص is a type of kebab, is a type of food in Arabic. أريد آكل سمك شوي. أريد آكل سمك شوي. I want to eat grilled fish. The سمك means fish and شوي is grilled fish. آكل, I eat, سمك fish and شوي grilled. And the next one, أبقى. 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 أبقى basically means I stay. I stay. For example, أريد أبقى أسبوعين بالعراق. أريد أبقى أسبوعين بالعراق. I want to stay 2 weeks in Iraq. أريد, I want. أبقى, I stay أسبوعين 2 weeks. It's مثنى. بالعراق means in Iraq. أحب أبقى يمكم. أحب أبقى يمكم. I love to stay with you or beside you. أحب means I love or I like. أبقى, I stay. يمكم means beside you or with you. I love to stay with you. أحب أبقى يمكم. أجيب. أجيب. أجيب means I bring. I bring. For instance, شو تريد أجيب لك من إيران. شو تريد أجيب لك من إيران. What do you want to bring you from Iran? شو تريد means what do you want. شو or شنو. شو or شنو means what. And تريد means you want. But when you say شو تريد, it basically means what do you want. شو تريد أجيب لك. أجيب لك means bring you. أجيب means bring, and لك means for you. أجيب لك bring you. من إيران means from Iran. Means from, it's the preposition, and Iran means Iran. أريد أجيب لكم صوغة. أريد أجيب لكم صوغة. I want to bring you a souvenir. أريد أجيب لكم صورة. But the last verb that we're gonna have is اجي. اجي means I come. I come. For example, بعد ربع ساعة اجي. بعد ربع ساعة اجي. After a quarter of hour, I come. I come. بعد ربع ساعة اجي. Or انتوا روحوا اني اجي وراكم. انتوا روحوا اني اجي وراكم. You go into means you and روحوا means go. It's imperative verb. Any اجي I come وراكم. وراكم means behind you. You go and I come behind you. انتوا روحوا اني اجي وراكم. In previous part 1, we have been taught that how we can actually negate these verbs. All we have to do is that we just have to add ma at the beginning of these verbs. With doing this, we can negate these verbs. For example, if you want to say I don't give, you can say ما أمضي. ما أمضي. Or I don't travel. ما أسافر. ما أسافر. Or I don't call. ما أتصل. ما أتصل. But if you want to say, for example, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, you can say ما أريد. ما أريد. For example, I don't want to eat. ما أريد آكل. ما أريد آكل. But native speakers, when they pronounce it quickly. For example, ما أريد. ما أريد. Instead of saying ما أريد, they say ما أريد. ما أريد. Okay? Alright guys, now we have done. In previous part 1, we had 20 Arabic verbs that I put the link in the description that you can check it out. And now we have 20 Arabic verbs that you are gonna find out so simple to speak Arabic. You are gonna be able to make your first sentence and phrases in Arabic. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Take care.